It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Okay. Hello and welcome to the KVJ Show. How the heck y'all doing today?
Ooh, I feel like a little frozen iguana over here.
I know, right? Yeah, it's still a little bit chilly out there. They say that things are going to get a little bit better, though, and slowly warm just a tad bit. We'll see. I mean, when I say just a tad bit, it looks like we're going to hit maybe the high 60s today for temperature.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's a little bit more doable. I mean, it's still chilly by our regular standards, but I think we'll all probably take that, right?
Definitely.
I saw an iguana in the parking lot yesterday, and I'm going, oh, man, it's doing that whole sleeping weather thing. It was not sleeping. Oh, it was, but permanently.
Oh, it was dead.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah, I guess that's one of the things is, you know, I don't know how this all works when the iguanas get cold stunned, but I know that some KVJ Nationers have sent us some emails about it. I got one from Liv in Delray Beach, and she said, just so the audience doesn't get confused by the way it sounds regarding this last cold snap, I thought it was important to mention when meteorologists talk about record temperatures for a location, that like West Palm Beach or PVI Airport, they're referring to the highest or lowest temperature ever recorded on that specific calendar date since recording time began. This is not to be confused with it has never been this cold ever since blank. For example, PVI has not seen a low of 30 degrees on February 1st in 117 years.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of confusion on that.
It's the date-specific part.
Right. Okay. So when that day, as I was talking about yesterday, it was that coldest day that we'd reached on that day in the calendar year since I think it was 1909. She said also in reference to all of the frozen or stunned iguanas cannot sustain temperatures below 45 degrees for prolonged periods of 8 hours or more unless they have burrowed underground, preserving heat. So while these iguanas are usually stunned and revived in the morning during the Florida winter, from Saturday evening until Monday morning, it only got past 45 degrees for a couple of hours. The high Sunday was 48. And all those guys you saw on the ground Monday morning were not stunned. They were dead.
Oh,
That's what I saw.
Okay.
Yeah, this cold snap is a mass casualty event in South Florida, eliminating about 50% of their population.
But that's good if they're an invasive species, right?
Yeah, I got a few emails of people going off on iguanas saying, do not promote iguanas on the air. They're terrible for this area.
Yeah, they eat a lot of the beautiful vegetation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've never promoted getting iguanas and letting them loose or anything like that on this show.
Never.
No. All four of the big guys on our property have been dead since Sunday morning. It's sad, but much needed for our ecosystem. How about we try to count how many we see alive or mobile in the next week or so? I haven't seen one yet.
Wait till them crocodiles start coming north. And guess what? They're coming north.
The crocodile?
Yeah, there's a invasive species. There's a bunch of them in the what's that place called? The Everglades.
Ugh.
Did you see a lot of the Florida men playing with the iguanas?
Yes. I saw a bunch of videos, and then I couldn't figure out which ones were AI and which ones were real iguanas. And then I realized, oh, wait, I actually don't care about iguana videos. But they were all over my feed.
There were, yeah. And I know what you're talking about because I did see a few. I think they're legit. One of them I actually saw. This was on national news. This was a dude, I believe. This is the one with the guy out of Hollywood that had made this. He was laying on the ground, and he is covered in a huge blanket of cold stunned iguanas from head to toe. He's just kind of laying there on the pavement.
This guy, man, what are you doing?
Is it that cold, bro?
What?
Oh my God.
Why y'all being so loud, bro? I'm trying to sleep. How you sleeping in this weather with these iguanas on you like that?
Well, it was 30 degrees. Now it's 100. They keep me
No,
warm.
you have 100 iguanas on you. It's couple
And
of
now
days.
I feel like I'm 100 degrees.
I'm trying to park it, though. You in a parking spot, bro.
You gotta move, bro. Well, guess what? There's 100 more. Go find another spot, bro. Seriously.
Yeah, that was the guy that was laying down. The other guy was standing up. He had like 10 in his arms that he was carrying. Here's another guy with a fistful of iguanas.
This is Florida man activities. It's 30 degrees Fahrenheit in South Florida, and these massive green iguanas are falling out of the trees. They lose control of their muscles when it gets super cold like this to survive, and they end up dropping out of trees. And I'm holding a bunch of giant males. Random. I linked up with these dudes. They're hunting iguanas. Look at the tailgates behind me of the truck. There's so many iguanas.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's interesting. I had not heard that going to knock out 50% of the population.
That guy doing the video kind of is dressed like an iguana. Is that strategy?
Is he just a lizard person?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow. So, yeah, interesting to see what it's going to look like after we do warm up. What is going to happen with the iguana population? I have a feeling they'll bounce back pretty quick. But, I mean, that would be a good thing.
Yes, I think it would be.
And they love to run across a very busy road.
I know. I hit one time, and it came out of nowhere. And thank goodness I had both hands on the wheel. Sometimes I'm eating chicken or something. So I luckily was able to keep my car from going in a ditch. I felt like I hit a full-grown alligator. That's how traumatic it was, like the impact of it.
Well, so there's this big problem. How many iguanas did it take for it to get so out of hand? I mean, in my head, there's 2 iguanas someone brought over on a boat somewhere. They made it, and then, boom, Iguana City.
Yeah, I don't know how fast they repopulate.
Well, it's pretty quick. I know the one person that was hunting the iguanas, they had found one nest had like 80 eggs or something
Whoa.
like that.
That's,
Yeah, they can do it pretty quick.
I know I keep bringing up that Everglade crocodile. They say those things produce so quick, and you're going to start seeing a crocodile problem along with the iguanas.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's something that's just popping out. Now, we'll see temperature-wise. It's still not good for the iguanas. 41 degrees outside right now. They are expecting a slow little warm here over the next couple of days. In fact, tomorrow we'll be up into the mid-70s, about 74 for a high. But then it looks like we might be getting another little cold snap a bit. It's going to go back down into 66, 64. And then by the weekend, doesn't look bad. It's going to be low 70s. And then into next week, looks like we're in mid to high 70s. So it looks like we get back to normal.
Mid-60s still is butts weather. I'm sorry.
I love mid-60s when it's beautiful and blue skies. Oh, that little sweater. It's perfect.
Yeah.
That's what it was at the fair on Friday night when we went. I mean, it was perfect.
I got a belly, so when it's cold out, I like a little extra clothing.
A little sweatshirt hides the eating habits.
Look at that. I look skinny like a needle right now.
And I know it's not good for your orchids out there, Virginia.
No.
They look sad.
So many of my orchids are dying.
Now, do you have the ability to bring them inside?
No, because they are literally rooted to the trees. So I love orchids. And when they die in the house, I tie them to trees, and then they grow these roots out of the bottom of the orchid, and the orchid attaches itself to the tree.
Okay.
So I've got like dozens of them, and they look so pretty, but, you know, they were so exposed to all this cold weather, I think like 80% of them dying.
Look, I got big into the flower game, big into gardening. It takes a lot of work. It's not just a hobby. It's kind of a lifestyle.
Yeah, I feel like I probably should have covered them with plastic or something, but I didn't.
Somebody texted in, they said, did you guys see the video of the alligator inside of the Walmart in Ocala?
What?
I did not, but, you know, that is the one thing I haven't heard anybody talking about, but it would make sense that if these animals have any kind of intelligence, and they understand that inside of some of these places it is warmer and they gravitate towards it. You would think that maybe some of these reptiles might start rushing to our homes or businesses.
Kevin, they are. I'm telling you. I know I keep bringing up this crocodile situation that nobody knows what I'm talking about. They are moving up north. You're going to see.
The crocodiles are getting in homes and businesses?
You're laugh now, and then we'll talk in 2 years when they're taken over. They are just like the iguana. They're just like a couple things out in the Everglades. There are things that don't belong out there, and it is getting weird with their ecosystem.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Crocodile alert. The bird's putting it up for everybody.
Scary.
If I'm wrong, please let me know.
So your husband last night was really getting into the Florida Panther game. He's a big Florida Panther fan.
He is, and he went to, both parades when they won the cup. Like, he's really got on board with the Cats.
Yeah. But he's from Buffalo.
Yes.
And last night you had the Sabres taking on the Panthers.
So, literally, he is a conflicted man downstairs trying to cheer this game on, but not really knowing who he's cheering for.
He doesn't have any problem when the Bills play the Dolphins.
Oh, no. He does not like the Dolphins.
Okay. So why is he conflicted? Is it because the Panthers have won some Stanley Cups and he got all into it?
He got all into the Panthers. So a lot of the Panthers players are actually from either Canada or the Buffalo area.
Okay.
So I think it's a regional thing for him that he cheers for a lot of these guys that are from areas that he knows.
Gotcha. Okay.
That he's been following. Mm-hmm. So for him, it's about the players. And then, of course, it doesn't hurt that they won the cup twice.
Right. Yeah. That just kind of kicks it all up.
Everybody loves a winner.
Yeah. Well,
but last night I heard him downstairs conflicted cheering.
Yeah, because, I guess when you like both teams and you don't care who wins, that's probably a good place to be.
The only person that cares about a winner is the loser. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah, the Sabres were the winner last night, 5-3. Got a much better record than the Panthers right now.
They were. And I guess in the press conference afterwards, some of the Panthers were saying that the Sabres just have a really good team right now.
Yeah. So your husband's got to be thrilled, right?
He would lose his mind if he just celebrated 2 Stanley Cups with the Panthers and then the Sabres turn around and get in the hunt. Mm-hmm. He would actually lose his mind.
How do the Sabres rank for him compared to the Bills?
Ooh.
Like, where's the passion
It
level?
goes Bills 1,
Yeah.
Sabres 2.
How big is that gap?
See, it just depends on how well they're doing.
Okay,
If the Sabres were going to the Cup,
Yeah.
I think everything in my house would be Sabres.
Yeah, okay.
I think because of Josh Allen, the Bills really have elevated in my husband's world. Like, because, Josh Allen's the best thing that's happened to the Bills in a while.
Yeah.
He's the great white hope.
Yes, he is.
So he's really hoping that Josh gets them to a Super Bowl, and the potential is there. Mm-hmm. Just haven't made it happen yet.
Okay. Well, he was a very happy man, at least.
Yes. If you come in my house, it's all sports, baby.
I wonder how many people are like that, because I've kind of done that. I've been down here long enough that a lot of my childhood teams that I rooted for, I don't have the same kind of passion for. And unfortunately, we have the Dolphins, and it makes it really kind of tough because they're such a frustrating franchise to really try to get behind.
You may want to stick with your NFL team from where you're from.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering how many people have given up their hometown hockey team to be Panthers fans because they're winners, and how many people are like, I'm okay on the Dolphins.
That's exactly my husband. He's like, no Dolphins, but Panthers, yes.
Yes. Okay, who is responsible for this calamity? Sadly, it's either Jbird or producer Danny's toddler, baby Lochlan, who has broken their favorite dinosaur toy. Oh, man. Now, we know that they both love dinosaur toys, but the question is, who do you think is more destructive, a toddler or Jbird?
Oh, no. Gosh. On any given day, it could go either way.
I think with the sadness, I'm going to go with Bird, I think, has broken his favorite dinosaur toy. And so sad it is. Do you agree, Virginia? Or you think it's the other?
Sure. Yeah, I'll go with you.
Okay.
That was Lochlan. He broke his toy.
Oh, man.
Super bummed out. I mean, He's broken so many things. I think it's just what kids do.
How do you do it? Anything aggressive or just happen?
I think it was by accident. He has a couple rubber dinosaurs that bend and stuff, and then he has a couple plastic ones that don't bend. And I think he was playing with the one, and he didn't realize it was going to come apart if he bent it.
A lot of your 70s, 80s kind of dinosaurs break when you try to bend them. Your modern day dinosaur, a little bit more well built.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I did not know that. Did you know that, Virginia?
I didn't.
It's a handy little tidbit there.
So glad I came to work today.
That's right. The things you're learning.
And I also know the ladies are very turned on.
Who do you think accidentally stepped in 2 buckets? Was that Bird or Lochlan that did that?
I'm going to go Jbird.
You're going to go Jbird is stepping in the buckets.
Sorry, my Scrooge McDuck cane keeps hitting a pole. That's what you're hearing in the background. I'll put it aside.
Okay. Ding, ding. I will go with Jbird on that as well.
Oh, that was Lochlan. It was so loud, too. He stepped into a bucket, right? So he has a little, Halloween bucket that he keeps his toys in that we kept from Halloween. And he was getting off the bed, and he stepped in it. But he also has a second bucket that he keeps next to it. And he stepped in that. I thought he pulled the whole shelf down. It was so loud. I go in there, and he was just... whoa.
Calamity.
Yeah, it was insane. But
It seems like he's getting a little bit more active.
Oh, my God.
He's able to do more things now at almost the age of 3. Is he started climbing yet?
Oh, my gosh. So he's at the point now where he requires 100% supervision at all times.
Okay. Yeah.
If you let him just go, he's going to go do something.
He's got the physical ability, but still no governor on the brain.
Yeah, he jumps off everything. He's just,
wow.
And
it's
has
a lot.
the stamina of an Olympic champion.
Yeah.
That kid will play all day long.
If you could bottle that youth, man.
Oh, my God.
Gosh, I know.
How much would you pay for that, huh?
They just have so much energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is nonstop now.
Who got spaghetti noodles in their hair? Okay, who do you think did that, Virginia?
Again, it's really a hard game
Yeah.
because
It's a coin flip.
I can see both of these cats. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say Jbird.
Okay, I'll go Lochlan on that. Just cover our bases.
That one was Lochlan. Jen's been making her own pasta. She got this attachment for our mixer and makes all fresh pasta. Every time we have pasta now, it's all brand new fresh pasta right now.
That's awesome.
I didn't realize there was such a difference. It is so much better.
Fresh pasta just tastes special.
Oh, it's so good.
Do you do that?
It's really easy to make it, but I was doing it by hand. I don't have the attachment.
Oh my gosh, it'd be a lot more.
Yeah,
that. But
the work of it. But I mean, if you have the attachment, you can do it pretty easily.
yeah, and even the smallest amount that you make is still a huge amount.
Yeah.
It just you make a lot of it. But yeah, she's been making a lot of pasta. The attachment I think makes spaghetti, linguine. You can do angel hair. You can do.
Wow.
All right,
So it's
now,
pretty
now,
cool.
now you're kind of bragging, dog.
Pretty cool. But yeah, he was reaching up to the
go for it,
counter,
man.
trying to grab. He's got gummy vitamins. So what we do is we got him vitamins that are gummies. That way he always takes his vitamin because it's a gummy bear.
Yeah.
Right.
And he loves it. So he was
Right.
trying to reach up for it. And he tipped the bowl and it just emptied right onto his head. A bunch of spaghetti. We ended up eating it. But
Doink. Me and him have so much in common because I also ate some gummies.
yeah.
I bet yours make you feel better than his do.
Yeah.
Who punched a woman dressed like a clown right in the nose?
Oh, no.
I'm going to say that was Jbird on accident, just wild hands. Caught a girl in a clown nose. Kadoink.
I hope it was Lochlan.
Good doink. It was me, and Kevin nailed it.
Yeah.
By accident, taking a selfie. I'm not good at taking selfies, and I kind of reverse punched her. I didn't mean it.
Oh, no.
I felt terrible. She was not offended. She laughed, but yeah, I punched a clown in the nose.
And who had his butt pinched during a situation that was very uncomfortable?
Oh, I'm hoping it's Jbird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously me. And the only reason why it was uncomfortable was because it was so hard.
Oh, yeah.
South Florida Fair.
Oh.
Picture taken.
Yeah.
Somebody
Goose Chip?
Oh, yeah.
Was it a blonde?
Yeah.
Guy or girl?
It was a girl. It was a woman.
Blonde?
Yeah, I don't want to get into it. Do you know who
Was
it
there a
was?
serial gooser?
There was.
Did you get goose too?
I did.
She had blonde hair.
I am so glad I missed that.
It was a live one.
But it was uncomfortable. I'm like, all right, cop a feel, but like, let go.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you get in the drinks,
Oh,
Yeah.
sometimes you do things you wouldn't normally do.
Sometimes you got to shoot your shot, I guess, right? Got one chance to do it. And
The fact that you went through it too.
And you both just have to stand there and take it.
just keep that smile going.
You did. I think me and Kevin moved it right along. Like,
I can't make a big deal of this. We just got to keep it moving.
Yeah, let's just keep on going. Well, I think I've probably said everything on this list, but is it just things that kids who lived through the 90s do? Now, these are things that today kids are probably not going to say as much. Some of these are kind of rants as well. And now they almost sound like boomer rants because we're comparing what's going on today versus everything that was happening when we were kids back in the 90s. Like, for instance, have you ever heard somebody say, I remember when MTV played music? Almost kind of like a boomer rant.
yes. I hear a lot of them.
I've heard you say it.
Well, I was talking that's what I hear when I look in the mirror.
Yeah. Heard that a lot.
Back in my day.
Yeah.
I tell you what, kids, get out of my lawn.
And almost like from the song Janie's Mom Has Got It Going On, that's not classic rock. Kind of a fight because music that you grew up with, you had classic rock when I was a kid. And then there was this stuff that was the current rock I listened to. And I think what happens a lot of times, these sayings are said by people who think that the 90s was maybe 15 years ago or 20 years ago. And when you do the math, it was not.
You are so right.
You're missing a decade in there.
Like, you old.
Right. And I think that somewhere that decade just slipped by you.
That's a tough reality.
It is a tough reality. And when you think about that, when you were in the 90s, remember how long ago the 60s felt?
Yes.
Well, look at kids today. You go back to the 90s, and that is the version of the 60s. They're like, man, that was forever ago, and it really was.
Well, that's why anytime I make an 80s reference, I go, oh, boy, man, like at least a quarter of our audience has no idea what I'm talking about. And that might be lowballing numbers.
Some of the other little things that all kids from the 90s would be saying today, why are they rebooting things that aren't even old? You look at stuff that, like, let's say, for instance, they did a Clueless reboot, and you'd be like, why would you do that? Well, remember in the 90s, they were remaking a lot of movies that had come out in the 60s, and we weren't complaining about it because we didn't know any different. Now, kids today, they feel the same way. They're not like going, man, Clueless is just, that's got to be a 90s movie. Like, kids aren't saying that.
I think we're able to get more research now because you can look things up and go, was Clueless an old movie? And anybody can do that. So the education is there when it wasn't. If you wanted to research about a movie back in the day, you had to walk your ass to the library and do research.
You're right. Now we've got Google at the tip of our finger.
And you'd be in the deli line and go, when was Clueless made and who made it before them?
Yeah.
Boom, answer done.
Or your parents would say something, you'd hear about it. It's almost the same way. You would hear your parents make some kind of side comment about your entertainment, about how, well, they did it in my day and they did it better. And I think we kind of do the same thing now because they do remake stuff. Another question or thing you might say if you're a kid from the 90s today, that's back in style? I see that all the time. When I see mullets come back, I'm like, mullets? Really? Are they being serious? Yeah, I think they are being serious. Mustaches also.
Mullets and mustaches together.
Yes.
Are a nice little combo.
And the craziest thing, it's almost like the sexiest of man now is rocking both of them and like a Benson Boone.
Yeah.
And mustache, and he's considered one of the biggest heartthrobs on the planet at this moment.
When you're sexy, you can get away with having a mullet and a mustache. Let's talk to Paul up in Port St. Lucie.
Pudgy Paul?
Yeah, who's let himself go.
Right.
It doesn't slap.
No.
Another thing kids from the 90s are going to be saying today, why does everything need an app? I have said that. Why does everything have an app today? That's absolutely insane.
It's absolutely insane.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yes. Have you heard the latest thing? It's called abstinence, where people are trying to stay away from anything on an app.
Oh, my gosh.
Which seems insane to me.
I don't hate it.
Okay.
Abstinence.
Abstinence.
I mean,
funny.
I don't hate it, but I do hate it at the same time. So I'm kind of like conflicted.
I figure Virginia would like it with her app puns.
I do.
Yeah. Another thing you hear kids from the 90s say today, chat rooms were the original social media. I've heard that just in the last 2 weeks.
Well,
I said that.
They're right, though.
Yeah, you're right. No, I'm not arguing that. And another person said, I miss AOL Instant Messenger. It did seem to be more simple. It was cool enough connection. Now I feel like we're almost over-connected. I don't remember people being jerky on AOL Instant Messenger. Am I misremembering that?
You're not. They weren't even jerky on MySpace. And even in the beginning of Facebook, people weren't jerky. Something happened and people turned on one another.
We've changed.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing your kids from the 90s are going to be saying today, I remember when phones were just for calling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going back 15 to 20 years now on that?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, and now some people are going back to the old flip phones because they're doing the abstinence.
There was a house in Yesteryear Village at the South Florida Fair, and it was basically a phone museum. And you walked in it, and it had phones like all throughout the whole thing through the decades, like the first phones from 1876, and then all through the ages, like all the different iterations of phone.
Cool. Yeah.
Rocco was in this little museum for an hour. He wouldn't leave.
Oh, really?
Me and Panda were just sitting on the front porch of this little house in Yesteryear Village, and Rocco was losing his mind running around because they had it set up in this little house. It was a little phone museum, but you could call the phones from the other phones. They were all wired together.
Oh, that's cool.
So there was a ketchup bottle phone from the 80s, and you could call the Mickey Mouse phone from the 60s.
Yeah.
That's a real collection that people are kind of like stamps. There are people who collect old vintage phones, and they'll have a room built like how I have
impressive
with my figures.
It was impressive. They had a whole switchboard that they used to use back in the 40s and 50s. Yeah, it was very impressive, and we spent about an hour and a half there.
So he loves old and new tech.
Oh yeah, he's into anything tech.
And then something else a lot of kids from the 90s are saying today, wait, how many years ago was that? I have to do that all the time. And then you, like I said, you always have to add in that phantom decade because you're like, oh my gosh, I lost 10 years somewhere.
That's what happens when I hear Snoop's Drop It Like It's Hot. I go, man, I love this new Snoop song.
Yeah.
And then you go, dude, this song's like 30 years old.
Yeah, it's not new. Not new. Gotta tell you, these Roblox stories get scary. And I know they say they've got all kinds of safeguards, but I keep hearing stories that would worry me greatly as a parent. And the latest one hits here in South Florida. It's a national story of two sisters, aged 12 and 15 from Indiantown, who met somebody online through the game Roblox. And this person, Hazur Mulase, apparently communicated with the girls via Roblox, then took it to Snapchat, then began sending gifts to the girls, which started the whole grooming process. And then he drove 23 hours from Omaha, Nebraska to Indiantown at the end of January, picked the girls up, and was heading on I-75 in Georgia by the time he was stopped.
Oh, wow.
That's what's crazy about that Chris Hansen To Catch a Predator series. He still does that. And there are guys that will drive 3 states over to, do unspeakable things to, children.
Sure. I don't think there's any limit as to how far they're going to drive. Now, they don't know where he was going with the girls. Was he taking them back to Omaha? Were they going somewhere else? You don't even know. But, I mean, the fact that you have got two girls ages 12 and 15 with a guy, I think he was in his late 20s.
Oh boy.
29 maybe was his age. So it just obviously is not a match, not a thing that should be happening. Luckily, the girls were safe. He was arrested on kidnapping charges.
Yeah, I don't even think you're allowed to do that. Even if nothing nefarious does happen, I don't think you're able to even take those kids.
No, it's kidnapping.
It's kidnapping at that point.
sit here and it seems like it would be easy to protect your kids from these situations that you would notice, but it's not necessarily that. When you're a parent, I know what it's like. You are caught up in your own stuff. You're doing your own job. You got other concerns and whatnot. You look at your kid and they're on a computer.
They're playing a video game.
Right. And you're thinking, okay, everything is great. But then it's later at night. You go to bed and that kid might still be up and you don't know what is happening then in that time.
And they're so easily manipulated.
Yeah.
And they believe, I'm going to go meet a friend. He's the same age as me, 15, 16.
Right.
He's going to come over and we're going to go hang out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just is one of those scary stories. What you do, I just think it's one thing where they just increase the awareness about your kids' online communication, try to be vigilant and observant, but to say, hey, could this happen to any of us? Maybe it could. When I hear these stories, is there obvious parental neglect that happened in this situation? I don't know that there was. I mean, is this one of those things that really could almost happen to any of us if your kid has got any kind of wire connection, other than just stripping away all tech away from your kids and don't let them touch it?
If I had a kid, you're playing Space Invaders and Pac-Man on Atari, and get used to it, kid.
Well, thank goodness they caught up with the guy and they were able to get those girls back home with their family. Big props to Martin County and the FBI that worked together.
But it goes to show you that Roblox still has issues, and they will keep issuing that whole company statement, we feel like we've got enough safeguards and we're always kids' safety and protection is blah, blah, blah. Look, I don't think Roblox has created something intentionally that is a grooming service, but it is a byproduct of what the game is and how it works. These are the kind of things that can happen because people are dummying their ID and who they are and portraying themselves as somebody else. And it's amazing. Like, is there some kind of guidebook to groomers? Because they all seem to follow the same patterns, but they all seem to know how to do it so well with the mental manipulation.
There absolutely is.
There's a whole process.
They help each other.
They get suggestions and say, hey, how do I lure this 12 and 15-year-old group of sisters from Indiantown, Florida into my car to drive them through Georgia?
Well, they become friends with them and they do things at first seem like they're innocent, but that's not the predator's goal.
Yeah. Well, scary story that, luckily it's one of those things where you breathe a sigh of relief because you can assume that the intentions were not good. And these girls are spared today because of it. But it's, again, another warning out there that if you got a kid on that game Roblox, that pay very good attention. Maybe it's something where you only give them the unit to play the Roblox when you are in the room and you're watching the screen at all times. And if you've got to go to the bathroom, you're like, sorry, I'm going to take that with me and I'm going to plug it back in when I get back.
And we don't need to be talking to strangers. Only play Roblox with your friends that you know. How about that?
Yep.
We don't have to play with strangers in Omaha.
I know. I remember all the things my mama told me.
Well, that's just it. I mean, in La La Land, I understand what you're saying. Good luck implementing that with a teenager.
I listened to maybe 6% of the things my mom told me.
Show your kids this story.
I don't
show them what can happen when you talk to strangers on Roblox.
I know. I just think that they're like, all right, Mom, I'm going to be playing Roblox. Talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah. So, again, if you have a kid that is playing it, have conversations with them. Keep an eye out. That is definitely a dangerous game. I'm sorry. I keep hearing story after story, and it's all coming from Roblox.
Also, be a little suspect when you see the app or whatever it is called Telegram. I'm not saying that everybody or everything is nefarious on that thing, but there's a major link to monsters and Telegram.
Is there something that kids use it for?
They get a lot of, and I'm trying to not go overly too, it can be a bad site to.
Okay.
What is Telegram?
It's a site where I think that there are rings of people that do share stuff. Oh. And every one of the videos I watch, one of the first questions, whether it's a police officer or whether it's one of those, teams trying to take down a predator, they go, do you have Telegram? Let me see. And a lot of times they have Telegram. And for whatever reason, that site lets a lot of rats and roaches through.
What is it that kids do? Like, I know Roblox, you're playing games. What do kids do when they go onto Telegram?
I think Telegram is where predators share content, and they always want to know where that content's coming from, kind of like a drug ring. Going, all right, if you tell me where you got this stuff and who's the one in charge, well, you can get off. I think that's what Telegram is, where people are.
So it's predators that are on there?
Yes, network.
Okay.
And they will.
Okay, that's where the predators network then.
And I would be careful that sometimes kids can get on that as well.
Yeah, well, keep an eye out for that. So I don't know why kids would want to go on that thing. Sounds like unless you just want to hang out with a bunch of creeps.
That's it, little Johnny. You're getting a flip phone.
Yeah. I'm only mentioning that because
And all you get is like old school Pac-Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Old school Pac-Man never abducted anybody.
Right.
We're going Atari and we're going Nintendo.
Yes.
Get why people doing that? Abstinence now, Virginia.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away. Because you know we need that dirt of the day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my new closet designers, Closets by Design. Well, I was reading lots of craziness on all kinds of social media yesterday. Everybody's speculating what the heck is going on in this story. Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show, her mother has gone missing. Nancy Guthrie was apparently taken by force from her Arizona home in the middle of the night. According to the Pima County Sheriff, they believe Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy, was taken from her bed as she slept in the middle of the night in a nice neighborhood of Catalina Foothills, it's called. They're looking to see, like, if there's any neighbors' Ring doorbells, any video surveillance, anything, local traffic cameras. But so far, I guess they have not identified a suspect yet. Police declined to say whether or not there was any kind of, blood or anything in the home. They didn't want to say, what exactly took place, if it was just a struggle or a forced entry or what, but they did say that she was taken from her bed in the middle of the night. 84 years old. What the heck is going on, Kevin?
I don't know. They seem to be really stumped by it, and I'd be very concerned. I feel for her. She seems like the sweetest girl. And her mom used to be on a good bit with her on TV, and they had such a close bond. And Savannah lost her dad when she was 16 years old, and her mom stepped right up and was just there for her and still maintained a positive attitude. And the sheriff seemed so worried. He was crying.
Oh, man.
And it does not look good. I don't know what they have at the scene, but they're also saying, too, that she has some mobility issues and she has medication that she takes, and she needs to take it basically within a day. And she could die, I guess, if she doesn't get her medication.
Oh, my gosh.
The clock ticking is very important in this situation. So I wish the best to her, because they seem like nothing but lovely people, and I don't understand.
I don't either. It's very
what this
weird.
could have been. It is very odd, like what the motive would be.
There's a lot of possible motives that could be out there.
Yeah. And you don't know. I guess they don't know anything at this point.
Well, I saw a bunch of craziness on the internet yesterday. Some people were tying it to an Epstein thing, and they were saying that she did all these interviews and Savannah's been sitting on them and she has them. And it's like, what? How could that be? What? Are they just making stuff up now?
At this point, it's a Mad Lib.
I don't know if it's real. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's a Mad Lib. It's very confusing. In other news, Kelly Clarkson put out an official statement saying, she is done. After 24 daytime Emmys and many years of a very successful syndicated daytime talk show, the Kelly Clarkson Show will conclude after its current 7th season is over. She says she wants to focus on her family, and she said, you never know. You might see me pop up here and there. I won't be gone completely, but I'm not interested in doing this talk show anymore.
She's doing too much. She's burned out, and somebody rubbed her the wrong way. I'm telling you, somebody within that show rubbed her the wrong way. That's probably a suit of some sorts. And I think she's also burned out. And she is an interviewer, then she gets up and sings. She's tired, y'all.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Let Kelly rest.
Yeah, she has to take a nap.
Well, and it makes sense with her kids, not having their dad. I'm sure she wants to fill that void as much as possible, too.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And finally here, the conservative group Turning Point USA is announcing that they're going to be doing an all-American halftime show. If you don't want to watch the official NFL halftime show, which of course is headlined by Bad Bunny, there's an alternative, I guess, that's going to be a rock and country show with Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett.
Okay.
So you have options of whatever you like.
What is the most desperate or craziest thing you have done to try to get in shape? Not everybody's the same when it comes to discipline or willpower. And there is a guy here that is going to quite the extreme. It's a 49-year-old guy named Skip Boyce who has launched a project called the Isolation Year, where he's going to be staying inside one room in his house without leaving, unless, of course, it's an emergency, for an entire year. He started on January 10th, and he is 3 weeks into the 365-day challenge. Here's a bit of what he has to say as to why he chose this approach.
My name is Skip. I'm 49 years old, and I'm starting something today that scares me a little. On January 10th, I'm locking myself into this room for an entire year. I'm doing this because I'm tired of being the version of myself that avoids hard things. One goal is simple. By the end of the year, I want to do one perfect pull-up. The pull-up is the proof, but the real goal is rebuilding who I am from the ground up. This is day minus 70. I'm starting the preparation now.
Okay. 1 whole year in a room. Now, I don't know what he does for a living or if he has to do anything for a living.
He OnlyFans.
Maybe that's it. Now, it says he used to own a construction business. I don't know if he's tapped out and retired, and this is his plan. If it is, it's nice to be retired at the age of 49, or if he just doesn't do that anymore. It does say he lives with a family, although his kids are adults, and he has a bathroom and a shower and a makeshift gym in this room, and there's an elaborate live streaming setup, of course, where he's going to be streaming the entire year where you can watch.
I'm good.
He said he's not allowed to have unhealthy foods and drinks, especially soda. I guess that's his demon.
Boy, oh boy, that's tough to hear when I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper.
No alcohol or drugs. And he's working with a virtual trainer to try to get in shape. And he's apparently tasked his wife with providing him food. So she's okay. Now, no word on if she can come into the room and see him and hang out with him, or if it's just about him staying there. I don't know if he's calling it an isolation room, you really shouldn't invite anybody in, correct?
Right.
If you're having an isolation year.
Isolation year means no people.
So I don't know how much his wife loves him. I don't know if she's just
She could be like, this is awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering that as well. I'm just like, okay, is she happy that she's not really going to see you for one whole year?
He's annoying anyway. So, yes, it's a break.
As soon as she hears the door lock, she goes, finally.
I mean, I'm very skeptical of this whole idea. I just can't imagine that this is where you think you need to go with your life to get there. I mean, it feels like maybe he's trying to get more attention than anything else, than even the perfect pull-up. But, yeah, good luck to Skip. I mean, we'll see. I mean, honestly, too, doesn't seem like a real lofty goal.
No.
1 year to do one perfect pull-up? I mean, I don't know where you are with your health journey, but I don't know. One pull-up. That's all you got to do. That's the only accomplishment he is gunning for after 1 year. You're doing all this to do one pull-up.
I did something psycho that was not healthy, and I don't suggest anybody to ever do that. So this is not an endorsement of how to act, but it was my junior year in baseball, and I wanted to cut weight, and I wanted to get in shape and be faster. And I did what I called the hostage diet. And all I did for 7 straight days was drink water. And if I got hungry at all, I would eat little pieces of lettuce. And then I would go out and sprint until I was exhausted. And by day 7, I was exhausted.
And a psychopath.
And also, too, I didn't start. So,
Okay, yeah. Kind of like Skip. You're doing it for nothing.
basically, rode the bench, and all of it was, but I did get faster.
Oh, you did? Okay, that's good. That's good.
I rode the bench fast.
There you go.
I did.
Yeah.
But I suggest that to no one, and you need food, and you start to become a weirdo. Day 4, just sipping on water, eating shredded lettuce, sprinting, running, taking ground balls with no glove.
Yeah, I think some people maybe need something more extreme, I guess. I do understand that. This, to me, seems like a whole different level, but I throughout the course of my life, I've seen so many unhealthy things. I mean, there's a ton of stuff that people do now that you could argue. When I was a kid growing up, especially the wrestlers, they would wear those suits you couldn't sweat in. They look like tin foil, and then they'd spit in a cup all day long, and they'd be weak and frail because they were cutting weight so desperately. And that's high school. But then even since then, too, there's so many whacked out diets. I was talking about the one yesterday. Somebody's telling me where they're eating sticks of butter. And I was like, wait, I don't know why so many people go so wackadoo when it comes to trying to get healthy that it's like we really can't just moderate a few things here and there. But I guess these are people that don't understand moderation,
Well,
so they only understand extremities.
They want a quick fix too, and I know in my situation when I turned psychotic and did all that, I needed I had to get in shape really quick. So I go, this is the only way. You can deal with it for a week. What's 1 week of pure hell and torture? And it was kind of like your own hell week. But again, I rode the bench, so it didn't really help.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've done anything completely desperate to get in shape. I've done different diets, but I don't think I've done anything so radically extreme. Now, I've done some of the things like carrying around my jug of water forever that, was kind of annoying and just a pain in the butt to do.
You never tied your hands behind your back and had someone hit ground balls off your chest?
No. Can't say I ever did that.
Neither did I.
That's fine. Almost. I'm like, you can see, Jbird had a year to chill. Be like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I just need to lock myself up for a year.
I think I should be locked up for a few reasons.
That's not extreme enough for him.
Right.
It's kind of weak sauce based on what he's already done.
Like he'd need to have somebody come in and flog him every night. Whoa. Just something to add to it. Okay, what would you say is the lifestyle habit that has been the hardest to change? A lot of people are chiming in saying eating right. I said the thing that's tough about it, like, for instance, when you talk about alcohol is a yes-no proposition. You either do it or you don't. You're not going to die if you don't drink alcohol. You can just say, you know what, I'm just walking away from it. I don't need it.
Everyone's got to eat.
Yeah, and they say that's the issue. Eating right, because you wind up in so many situations where you've got to eat, or you get in situations where you're hungry, and it's hard to have something that is good and healthy. And then it's also hard, too, to even understand what is healthy. I was talking to my dad the other night, and he's like, hey, I've got this really good, diet thing that's going on now. He's like, I'm eating a couple of pot pies, and I'm mixing corn and peas in it. And I was like, okay, that's good. He's like, this is a great departure from what he had been eating. So I'm happy for him. But when you really kind of break it down, pot pies are not really a slimming food.
No.
So, I mean, if you really break down how much fat and the gravy and everything else, I didn't want to burst.
They taste great.
Yeah, they do. And I didn't want to burst his bubble ear. I mean, corn is kind of when you talk about in the vegetable world, that's the one that's kind of like, it doesn't really have any kind of effect. And then the peas are kind of carby. And I was like, well, you probably need to get some greens in there. But, and pea I know is kind of green, but it's kind of not. It's kind of like it's kind of healthy, but it's kind of, yeah. So, but that's just it. That's somebody, he really is like, he's going all in. Like he's on a pot pie diet. He would say that he is there, like this is his slimming now. He's gotten serious about his health.
If it's got pie in it, it's probably not a good diet food.
You're right.
I remember when my mom would go on diets and they would go always to Sonny's Barbecue to get salads. And I'm like, I don't think that's a healthy salad. That's a lot of dressing.
It's covered in cheese.
And I can't see the top because there's so many bacon bits.
It's got barbecue on the salad.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's probably got to be one of the hardest lifestyle changes for people is that. And because of that, I hear procrastination is tough. I have dabbled in that before, and I have trained my mind to say, whenever you've got something to do you don't want to do, tackle it first. Get it out of the way. Because if not, then you spend the entire day or the time. For me, it's always in my head, and I have misery. I'm like, I'd rather get it done and free myself of that burden. But for some reason, it is hard for people to break that cycle. They cannot help but procrastinate. It's just the way they're built, I guess. Some people, it's being negative. People have a hard time ever finding positive on something, and they always find themselves in the trap of whenever they get a chance, they're going to make a negative comment about it.
Yeah, and sometimes, too, that little voice in your head, you talk to yourself negatively, and you really need to work on that. If you catch yourself calling yourself names or stupid or fat or ugly, like change that voice inside your head of negativity and really speak to yourself like you're special.
Yeah, you really need to. Another thing that is hard for people to change is the comparison game, especially when you're living in South Florida.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Everywhere you look, it seems like somebody's figured it out. They got a nicer house than you, better car, they dress better than you, they're in better shape, and you're just like, man, what am I doing? And screen time. We're finding that people cannot seem to break the habit of being on their screens and for way too long. I don't know how we do that, but some people just can't break it. Or doom scrolling. People get sucked into those negative rabbit holes, and they're like, they just spend all day there. And then they can't figure out why they're depressed.
It does. It really puts you in a funky mood. And if you don't make the correlation and you're just like, oh, why do I feel yucky? It's probably the phone. It's probably the doom scrolling.
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, I'm reading the chat room. So depressed.
Yes, there you go.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my new closet designers, Closets by Design. Well, you can't blame an NFL guy for shooting his shot. It worked out really well for Travis Kelce as he pursued Taylor Swift, and they're going strong. So you can't blame Puka Nacua. Is that how you say it?
Yep.
He saw the ads, just like all of us did, of Sydney Sweeney promoting her new lingerie line, and I've never seen hotter pictures. I mean, she looks amazing. And after seeing those pictures, he was like, look, I would love to go on a date with her. He says it in multiple different interviews. And then I guess she did an interview with Cosmo magazine talking about the kind of man she wanted. And she said that she wanted a man that would go skydiving with her. And so then he came back out in response to that and said, I've booked an appointment for me and Sydney Sweeney to go skydiving together on Wednesday. We've got a scheduled appointment to go. Now, I don't know if Sydney knows about it because she's been publicly photographed with Scooter Braun.
Yeah, I just saw them like over the weekend, arm in arm together.
But good for you. Shoot your shot. You're an NFL guy.
Sure.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, she doesn't show up.
But I mean, who wouldn't? Looking at the current pictures of her, who wouldn't? In other news, it looks like Leonardo DiCaprio is being thrust into the spotlight, but not for a good reason. People are saying that he's got some ties to Jeffrey Epstein. I guess there was a point in his career where he was looking to make some money outside of the U.S., doing endorsement deals and being a pitch man. And he had actually used Epstein to broker some deals to make money doing endorsements in other countries. No word on whether or not they had a friendship or anything other than just a business deal. But you don't want your name to come up in the Epstein files.
You don't.
No.
You really don't.
You don't want a picture shown.
Russell Wilson's name came up too, and he was all upset. He was like, look, I was just going to buy a plane from the guy. I never bought the plane. I never met him. I don't know why you guys are dragging me into this.
Right.
Like, if your name comes up, you have to very quickly and clearly make it known that you guys were not friends and you never hung out.
Yeah, well, I know a lot of people had just kind of taken all the documents because they had over 3 million of them and they had AI scan. I'm sure what it's doing is just alert me anytime a recognizable name comes up.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, it's pinging these names going through the documents. And even though it's not nefarious, yeah, they could be there.
If you're there, it does put a little stank on you because people are like, oh, did he hang out with Leo?
Well, look, if you knew nothing about the name and if we reverse time, he hung out with power players and people that had money. And if you heard he was a connector and he was a person that was somebody that would give you money and loan you like a venture capitalist, then you'd be like, okay, let's talk to this guy, see if we can get some money from him. It makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't you? You do it today.
A lot of people did it.
Yeah, you don't know what some of those people are doing in their private time.
Well, there's a private voice memo that has now surfaced from Justin Baldoni to Blake Lively, and it's a part of this ongoing legal battle that they have. In the message that was recorded before their filming began, Justin Baldoni is telling Blake Lively how beautiful she looks in her photos and saying that her appearance gave him chills.
Dude, I've done such a deep dive on this. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are insane people.
I think that Ryan Reynolds was jealous because Justin was just enamored with Blake, and Blake was maybe flirting back with him in the beginning, but then at some point it got weird and it got creepy, and then she didn't know how to do it.
Nope. I'm going to push back on that premise.
Okay.
That there was not a lot of sexual harassment going on that set.
No, I don't mean sexual harassment. I mean, I think they had a real, like a flirty connection.
I think if he was trying to be a director, a writer, a producer, and she was doing everything in her power to take all of his power away.
Sure.
And I think he was trying to navigate all that and be chill with her because he knew her and Ryan Reynolds were the devil at a point.
But I think before all that started, I think they had a flirty thing going. I really do think that's where it all started. And I think there was something Ryan saw that pissed him off about the connection that Justin Baldoni had with Blake. And then everything flipped, and Blake had to flip it on him and wanted to take the movie from him and wanted her rewrite to be the new part of the movie. But I don't think they started with beef. I think they started with flirting.
I don't know if you've listened to all of the voicemails. I don't know if you've done the deep dive.
Well, this new one that just came out today, I mean, he is talking about how sexy she is and how her appearance gave him chills.
No, but you're missing a big part of this story.
But I'm talking about the early part. Before the big part happened, I think they were flirty, and I think they may have both been enamored with each other, and then Ryan didn't like that.
Well, my question is, if you were Ryan Reynolds and you heard this voicemail coming from a guy that's very attractive and he left this for your wife, would it bother you in the least, or is there nothing here?
Hey, Blake, I hope the fitting was super successful. Thank you for sending those pictures. That was really cool. I was in the department head meeting, and they came through, and I was like waiting for them to load, and I legit got the chills when I saw it, and you look beautiful. It's gonna work so well. Okay.
That's just
because she kept making that a big deal about her losing the weight. She brought it up. She left him a 6-minute voicemail that is insane. Anybody that would ever leave a voice memo at the level Blake Lively left that guy is insane.
Oh, yeah. I think Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are insane, but I think it started with flirting. I just do.
I completely think that that's the wrong take. I think he understood that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds has pull in that town. They did not believe in him as a producer, writer, director. They tried to take it from him.
Oh, yeah. I agree with you.
And I think they were kissing his ass in the beginning. And when he didn't bend the knee, that's when they turned on him.
I agree with you about them trying to take the movie from him.
Was it a creative differences thing, or was it because there were sexual advances that were kind of brewing that were not met, and then jealousy sprung up? Or was it a combination of all?
I think it might have been all of that.
Okay.
I really do, but what do we know? What do I know? This will all play out, though, because the court filings are all being made public, and this lawsuit is moving forward. I really thought that somebody would pay somebody, and they would all want this to go away, but it's the exact opposite.
I do not think Justin whatever his name is, I do not think he was trying to get with Blake Lively. I think he was dealing with somebody and her husband who are divas, and I think he was trying to play it as cool and kiss her ass and not make her mad, and he still didn't do it right. I'm telling you, listen to her voicemail she sent him.
Yeah, that didn't sound that bad to me. He just said she was beautiful, but it didn't sound like it was gushing or anything crossing a line.
Her and her people kept saying the movie doesn't have enough sex. It doesn't have enough heat. They thought he was playing it too safe. So it's not like all of a sudden she just, said, oh my gosh, there's this toxic environment going on. She's also guilty of saying out of line things on set that's not being reported on. It's not, I'm telling you, it's not what, she ain't innocent.
Oh, no, I don't think she's innocent. I never said that. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
It's time for viral audio.
Hey, yeah, beautiful hair.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Spot. We got weights and fit. There we go.
Well, if life is a highway, Rascal Flatts went off-roading for this vocal performance from lead singer Gary LaVox.
Aww.
Yeah, people were saying, not only are we talking about some pitch issues here, but he really didn't know the lyrics to the song either. So I'm not sure what was going on this night, but here's a quick little snapshot of what some people were listening to with Rascal Flatts on stage.
Oh.
Look, nobody bats 1,000, baby.
In his defense, I think he was in pain for the last 8 seconds. I think he must have twisted his ankle.
He dropped
something on stage.
A speaker on his foot.
Maybe a roadie dropped a speaker on his foot, something like that. I think that's what that was. I don't think that was any singing issues. I mean, this is a guy right here that is in severe pain. Poor guy. You can just hear the suffering going on there.
Well, that sucks, too, because you don't know what's going on stage. Maybe you can't hear the monitor. There's all kind of stuff that goes down.
Yeah.
That does suck.
Yeah. And then we get to sit and listen and laugh.
Listen up, y'all, cause here's the sitch. It's time for another round of do it, bitch. 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 Do it. Do it. Do it, bitch. Do it, bitch.
Okay, today myself and Denny's going to be taking on Virginia and Jbird. I'm going to be driving up the odds for Denny's, and Virginia's going to do the same for Jbird. So we got the two friends going head-to-head here today as the responders.
I'm not expecting to be the responder today.
All the weight falls on the responder. It's the stressful seat.
Oh, man.
But it might be the gambler who determines more of the outcome, Virginia.
Yeah, I was the gambler last week, and I really blew it. I determined our loss.
It's a team sport here. Team sport. Okay. So the first topic we are going to be doing here today is movies by Ben Affleck. Movies by Ben Affleck. And I am going to say that Denny's can name 3. What do you want to do here, Virginia?
Bird can do 4.
Do 4. Okay. But do 5.
People think we're off the air right now.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm buffering. Bird can do 6.
I'm going to have Bird do it. 6 Ben Affleck movies in 10 seconds. Your time begins now.
Geely, Good Will Hunting, The Town, Batman vs. Superman, Superman vs. Batman. You've got the steroid HBO movie, A Tale of Steroids.
Okay.
5. Tail is here. That's hilarious.
That's something. He got through that, though. Yeah, okay. I think it was
I feel like you know every one of those after-school specials.
I do, Denny's. It's not healthy.
That's tough.
Okay. First point goes to us. Best out of 3.
And be prepared for the second point to go to them as well, just so you know we're planning the comeback.
Okay.
It's that third round.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. We next are going to do countries in Europe. Okay. Virginia, where do you want to start with that?
Countries in Europe. Let's start it at 5.
5? I'm going to go to 7.
See, I know Denny's can do 7.
You do? Okay.
He looks over there like the junkyard dog ready to attack.
You just have to keep repeating them in your head.
He can do 7. I got to push it to 8.
Okay, I'm going to call it. Let's do 8 countries in Europe in 10 seconds. Bird, you're on the clock now.
Britain, Europe, Germany, Russia, can't think, Asia, no.
Okay, this is part of his strategy. He called his shot. It's going to be the ultimate comeback.
By the way,
2.
I know there was a lot of wrong in there. Don't email me. Please email Kevin that.
I want to see some Full Throttle coming up here.
That's it.
I would love some Full Throttle.
It is the first 2-3 here. All right, next topic that we're doing here is shoe brands. Shoe brands.
Okay.
Shoe brands.
I feel better about this one than I did about countries in Europe.
We're going to go 6 to start off. What do you want to do, Virginia?
Bird can do 7.
I'm going to call that.
Good gosh. Like you hate me today or something? What's up, dog? Do we have to have a talk after the show?
7 shoe brand. It's 10 seconds to stay in the game, and your time begins now.
Reebok, Nike, Air Jordan, Adidas, flip-flops, sandals, Keds, Gungaroos, boots, Schwartz.
Okay. I think we may have gotten 4 or 5 and need to get to 7.
The brand, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
it is a 3 up, 3 down. All right.
That was rough, y'all.
It happens. Sometimes it happens that way. Okay.
Wow. I actually, in full disclosure, I would not ever air that again.
Let it burn.
Not good right now.
Okay, time to pay off a punishment here. Virginia and Jbird, they got swept today and do it, bitch.
Oof, it was not a good round. And I was distracted. And full disclosure, I am having major stomach cramps right now. So I am so sorry.
You got to go potty?
I do. And I hate going to work. And I know it's a lot of information for everybody.
Right.
But I am really struggling.
Oh, yeah.
And every time I go to back there, the cleaning woman is there. And it's really,
man. Yeah,
and it's
there's
blocking.
a timing thing, yeah.
Yeah, there's a major timing thing. I know it's too much information,
Well,
but
if she's in the men's room, do you want to go in the ladies' room and I'll just block the door?
I gotta put some terrible stuff in my body really quick to make myself feel better.
Well, if you thought you had cramps
I was
before.
going to say, if you think you got a crap now, wait till you drink that. It might just fly right out.
I'm on a new medication and it's not agreeing with me.
Well, my wife has gotten on this kick. We love the ginger shots, and we put turmeric in it, and we put a little cayenne and all that kind of stuff in there to just kind of really get it going. It's all that stuff that's just good for your immune system, good for your body and all that. But, you know, it is the one thing of getting it down. And my wife might have gone a little bit heavy maybe on the ginger on this one or something, because it definitely had a bite to it. So I did recognize it when I took down the shot yesterday. I was like, ooh, I mean, it had a bite, and I made a face. And we used to play this game called You Can't Make a Face. And the challenge was, if you make a face whatsoever when you consume this product, then we shock you with the dog shock collar.
Gotcha.
Is the way we do the game. So, Virginia, you were always really good at this. So there's a chance you're just going to be fine because you're great at not making a face.
I've had a lot of shots in my day, though. I mean, she's weathered.
It's the only thing she actually does not make a face for, which is bizarre to me.
I know, right?
Because she always makes a face, except for that bit.
So Denny's puts the shock collar on Virginia, and if you make any kind of face whatsoever, then you will be shocked.
Okay.
By the shock collar.
I don't think I can get shocked today.
You might get shocked and short.
And I'm not usually one to talk about I'm struggling on a level. I can't believe how long the segment's going.
Okay, Virginia is getting strapped up with the dog shock collar. That is a training device for canines. It's going to go on her leg. We set it to a pretty good level, and if she makes a face whatsoever, she will be shocked.
All right.
All right, is a full shot right over there, Virginia. Let's keep a good eye on this. If she makes any face whatsoever, you can see her on KVJ TV on YouTube. Stare right at that camera, Virginia.
All right, you ready?
Let's see what you got.
3, 2, 1, down the hatch.
Okay, here she goes. Okay, drip down her lip a little bit. She goes in for all of the good stuff's at the bottom right there.
It's actually grossing me out to a point where I'm making a face.
Okay, Virginia is clear.
All right.
No face made.
I'm not making
She was on it. Okay.
I'm not making a face today.
Well done.
Don't make a face, because you can't.
I can't. No,
You can't be shocked on top of everything else.
You're going to see stoic bird.
Shot and shart.
I'm sorry for the TMI. Just people like, but what's wrong with Bird? Bird's acting weird. Okay, yes, I know I am.
Yeah, you got to go. So we're going to do this quick. What did you think, Virginia? Is there anything that's missing from that? You do these shots frequently. Ooh. Any suggestions on that?
It's got
there was something a little off.
It's got a lot of ginger.
I think that's what it was. She went real heavy on the ginger.
Yeah, it's too much ginger.
Okay. Balance wasn't
right. It needs more lemon.
You know what? She said she forgot to put the lemon in.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to put the lemon in. It needs balance. It's not balanced.
Okay, but was it a rough ride?
It's gross.
Okay.
It's very, very gross.
Okay.
Give me a pep talk. Tell me, don't you dare make a face. Call me a statue. Call me statue face.
Statue face.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what you are. You're stoic bird. You're a stoic bird. Don't let this thing get in your head.
You got this.
You got this. You put so many things in your mouth that don't taste good. This is nothing.
I'm not worried about it going in my head. I'm worried about it going in my stomach.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when it meets whatever else is down there, look out, baby.
What a terrible place to be at mentally.
Yeah, you might just want to jump on Denny's back and have him run you down to the toilet.
You should have worn brown pants.
Believe me, I'm not happy about it. Like, this is actually the punishment, the embarrassment of what I'm going through.
Okay, all right, let's see if Jbird makes a face. He's staring right at the camera on KVJ TV. Down the hatch. He poured it all the way down. All of it is there. He's looking straight up. Make it. You got it, Bird. Bird did it.
Oh.
He held it. He held it. Let it all out now. There you go.
You had the pie of the tiger.
There you go. He got it down. That's good. You can do it.
Hot sauce?
Oh, it's rough, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Look at him now. Oh, what do you think, Bird? How do you rate that one? Any thoughts? Did you notice it's missing the lemon?
I feel like I'm playing like the blues right now. I don't know what I'm doing.
He's got like, look, he's got T-Rex arms.
He's got suits arms.
Your arms went T-Rex. You're like, yeah. All right, you better get to the toilet.
Yeah. Denny's.
Okay. All right, well played, though.
Help this man.
Hey, what a punishment. You guys are just more healthy because of it.
I don't feel healthy.
Okay, well, you shouldn't.
All of these people in my life acting berserk. I'm feeling all pissed off and hurt. I need to know if I am the jerk. Oh, am I the jerk? Oh.
So you think this person's a jerk for matching their neighbor's pettiness with pettiness?
I don't know. Sometimes well-placed petty just makes me giggle.
Yeah, so as I'm talking to the queen of petty, I know sometimes, someone has brought you some bad energy and you said, all right, you know what? I will see your bad energy.
And I will raise you one.
Right. So they said, now that we moved out into the country, we are beefing hard with a jerk neighbor.
Oh, no.
The jerk's latest move was starting a giant trash pile by my fence. Plenty other places they could put it away from that, but they're just trying to make a statement. So, am I a jerk if I put our chicken coop right next to his pool? While I'll admit I'm being petty about this, everyone was saying I'm not a jerk and I totally need to retaliate. My question with that is I assume that a chicken coop is going to be stanky and will probably make some noise. So if they can put something undesirable by your property, are you a jerk if you then do the exact same thing when there's a bunch of other places that you could put it?
I mean, you are, but it's your property. You can do whatever you want. This is just not going to end well. So you have to see long-term what's happening here. If you do that, then he does this. And then if you do this, he does that. You guys are just going to continue to one-up each other until it gets to some kind of really bad situation.
Right. That's how stuff just gets so out of hand.
Right. So what's your end game here? Do you want this to end in some sort of physical violence or some sort of all-out war? Because that's where you're going if you put the chicken coop up.
So what do you say to yourself when you have matched petty with petty? Were you concerned, Virginia, about you escalating it to an insane level? And did you ever tap out of a petty war?
So I had beef with my neighbor, but I would just, flip him off and I would say stuff to him. But I would never I would never put a chicken coop where it would mess up his property if I know that he's the kind of guy that'll put a garbage pile right next to my fence to mess up my property. Because now what? What are we doing?
Yeah.
I would rather, if I'm beefing with you, I'll come talk to you about it. I'll come speak to you like a man. Mm-hmm. But the petty one-upping in this situation may not be smart because he's going to retaliate after you chicken coop.
You would think.
What's he going to do?
Right. And then when do you say, uncle, and you tap out? Or do you tap out and how far does it go?
Both of you are just going to drag each other to the depths of hell with this. Mm-hmm. So I don't see it ending well because you're neighbors, because you do share this property line. This may not be the kind of pettiness that you want for your life. It's not about him anymore. Now it's about your quality of life. This is your neighbor, and you guys are doing these things on each other and to each other's property. I don't see the end game working to your benefit.
So I asked, would you match petty with petty? 57% of people said yes, they would. In fact, Keith said, I would definitely put the chicken coop there, and I'd possibly get a peacock since they're so loud. But Anna said, you know what? You do something like that, you're going to have dead chickens by the morning.
Yeah, he's going to poison your chickens. That's what's going to happen. And then you're not going to be able to, unless you put a camera on the chickens, you won't know that he did it. It's going to get worse.
And then she also had said, first off, you moved to the country, and there are rules to the country game. Did you come in and unknowingly violate one of the country rules, and now they're doing something to say, hey, got to put you in check because you're violating the country code?
What did you do before that garbage pile?
They may not even be aware because maybe they don't understand the rules of engagement yet of the country life.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah. That's why I would, an established country person, I would not go out into the country and start waging war with country folk.
I wouldn't either.
Like I said, I left the country because I know how scary they can be. And so I'm like, no, they're peaceful, lovely people, but if you tangle with a country person, it doesn't end well.
Don't underestimate your new neighbor that you really don't know anything about.
Right. I'm telling you, I just know the country folk I grew up with. Some of them go to the level of explosives.
This is your home.
Right.
You want your home to be a sanctuary, a place of peace. You want to be able to come home and not have some kind of drama that is now going to be infringing, possibly across property lines, possibly become dangerous physically for you, your kids, your wife. Like, you really don't know what you're messing with here. And I love being petty, but this just sounds like it might be dangerous.
Yeah, I would say a lot of people were saying that they would be petty. They're saying you're not a jerk, but I think the better play is someone is saying get cameras, don't engage, and if they go over a line, you can still submit that to the sheriff. I mean, it's not like it's a lawless place.
Right.
You know, you do have people that are law enforcement officers, and you can say, hey, look, here's what my neighbor is doing, and I've got proof to it. And then that way, too, you're not engaging in anything that could be deemed jerky or illegal, that they could say, well, did you see what they did to me? And then it makes it very easy for law enforcement to come in there and straighten things out.
Do you really want a war?
I don't want a war.
With your neighbor at your home, your place of peace.
The fact that they don't get country and they are now in the country and they are immediately wanting to start a neighbor war, I think is a terrible idea.
I would agree with that.
Awful idea.
Okay. All right. So that would be my idea, just to back down. It's not even about being a jerk because they don't say you are. But I'm just saying, be wise. Just be the bigger person and mellow on this one.
And the smarter person. Be the smarter person. Because you don't want to be in a situation where now it's a danger in your own home.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha-ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha-ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
I mean, everything they do regarding the Jeffrey Epstein story is just a complete disaster. The Department of Justice now said it's removed several thousand documents and media from its website containing files on Jeffrey Epstein after discovering that some of the materials may have inadvertently included victim identifying information. That stuff I was mentioning yesterday where some of the victims are saying this is the second worst day next to actually being victimized by Jeffrey Epstein after you basically doxing us.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, the action followed a request from victims' lawyers who urged federal judges to take the site offline, citing redaction failures. It didn't seem like they really tried. And the redactions were very weird, too, because it seemed like there were some names of some possibly prominent people that were redacted. Why are their names redacted? Yet you forgot some of the survivors? So you left their names with the people whose names we want to know? You redacted their names?
Almost seems like somebody did it on purpose.
Yeah, there's just so much stuff. It's a blender.
It's a blender of filth.
It is. It is a blender of filth, and good luck ever making any sense of it. But it's interesting that the Clintons are going to step up, and they are going to appear for sworn depositions. They had said, nah, but I guess, somebody just said, hey, look, I mean, if you got nothing to hide, go do it. Let's see what happens.
Bill usually tells the truth. So,
yeah, I think he
definitely.
This time, I'm telling the truth.
I didn't inhale anything, I swear.
Yeah. So, I think, where everybody's set on this, look, there's a majority of Americans that just want the stuff to come out regardless of whatever party you're from or affiliations. And I think whoever can look like they're giving the most into this and saying, look, I got nothing to hide. I think that's who America's going to favor the most of this. So,
but if you're a celebrity and you have a picture anywhere, even near that island, you're going, oh boy, I'm on the phone with my publicist.
Oh boy.
Yeah. The names that come out are wacky, but like I said, I think 85 to 90% of the names that you're hearing have nothing really to do with anything nefarious.
I think you're right.
Yes. So I think it's just a small amount of people that we truly need to get and bring to justice. And there's a lot of other weird names in there as well. Now, surgeons at a hospital in France were performing a procedure on a patient when they had a little surprise. Now, the person had come in because they had some cramps. They were 24 years old.
I know a guy that has cramps.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's bad enough he needs to go to the hospital.
I'm good, right? I feel so much better. Thank you to all the people DMing me, asking me. I'm going to survive this thing. I know it's a little TMI.
We had a prayer chain going.
Well, there was just so many people go, what is wrong with Bird? I'm like, oh my gosh, a lot.
So they started asking this 24-year-old on a Saturday night. They said, what's going on? He's like, I got cramps, back cramps. I'm in a lot of discomfort. And they're like, okay, well, what happened? They're like, well, I did put something into my backside.
Oh, boy. Bird, did you put anything in your backside?
Look, this cane I've got right here. No,
And they said, all right, well, let's take a look inside. And when they did, they were amazed and horrified. They were amazed that he was able to fit a World War I military shell inside of his rectum. They were horrified that it would go off. So they had to evacuate the entire hospital because they thought she could blow.
Whoa, a walking bomb?
They had to call the bomb squad and
bomb?
everything. He had a butt bomb. He put a military shell into his schminky and
got
stuck.
lost.
Yep, couldn't get it out. And then when they did it, they're like, we don't know. Like, if we ping the wrong thing, kaboom. So they had to have the bomb squad and everything work on this dude.
Oh, my God.
What is that guy thinking, though? Is there something else, like on a kinky level, that he's going, this is awesome, I got a bomb in my butt?
One of the tough things you can do on a Saturday, if you're drinking, is play the game Will It Fit? Because you really don't win. You really don't win.
You really don't win when you can't get it out.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Especially if you're using weapons of war.
I mean, where he even got it, I don't know. And yeah, they are planning to charge him with some kind of weapons violation because having it in the first place, much less having it in your heinous, is not a good thing to do.
Because all that, think about that. That takes a process of thought. You're going, what am I going to do this afternoon?
I would love to, if you could just replay and walk through his thoughts.
Yes.
Look at that thing. Man, that's big.
Hey,
but you know what else is big?
Has he been obsessing about this for a while?
This is not the first thing he's put up there.
Oh, he's no rookie.
Yeah.
When they were up there, they probably found other stuff.
Yeah.
Like an old shoe.
A machine gun.
Oh, there's that other missing sock.
A prisoner of war. Like, oh, there you are.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Whole platoon. Well, Virginia, I know your son is going to be excited about McDonald's new announcement. Well, they got a lot of stuff going on. They've just debuted McNugget Caviar for Valentine's Day.
What is this about?
So it's some kind of special bundle that you have to go online. You can't get it in McDonald's. You have to get it on their website. And because they've seen the viral sensation, what people are doing right now is they're putting caviar on chicken McNuggets and they're eating it. And it's like, oh.
Oh, you've got the high end with McDonald's, the low end. We're bringing two worlds together.
Exactly.
Aren't we posh yet so basic?
Yes, exactly. All that. So McDonald's is leaning into that. For Valentine's Day, you can get this kit of caviar and chicken McNuggets, and it comes with a gift card and like other accoutrement, like creme fraiche and other things that you would serve with caviar. And it's free, but you have to win it.
Okay.
By going on the website.
Here we go.
And I don't know how many of them they have. It's a game. My son is ginned up because Rocco's favorite thing is caviar.
Yeah, well, I mean, aside from winning it for free, you could just go try it and see if it's a good combo.
And McDonald's knows how to play a game. Monopoly game back in the day.
Yeah.
Come on now. It's how I got hooked.
I know.
You can go to McNuggetCaviar.com and win some next Tuesday.
I know what I'm not eating.
They say that Cracker Barrel has implemented a new policy that requires all employees to dine exclusively at company restaurants while traveling for business. That whole thing they did where they tried to change their logo was such a disaster. I think they lost $25 billion in, cap space or market share or whatever it might have been, and they're still trying to recover from that. They say the policy also prohibits alcohol reimbursements unless employees pay personally or receive senior leadership approval. So no booze. And they say it is all because they're facing declining traffic and revenue growth. And it's all because they tried to get rid of Uncle What's-His-Name on the logo.
I think that if they are a restaurant, a big, huge chain restaurant like that, though, and you've got so many locations everywhere, Yeah, when your guys are out traveling for business, let them have their meetings at Cracker Barrel.
To me, the only question, how far would you have to travel to get to one?
They're everywhere, Kevin.
They're a lot. You don't Crackle Barrel.
They're everywhere.
Let's say I've got one. I know one in West Palm Beach, and I know one, I think it's in Pompano. So where is one in between? If I were in Boca and I needed, or let's say I'm in Del Rey and I need some food, am I having to drive 25 minutes one direction to get to the restaurant?
I mean, Cracker Barrel and Boca. Now, come on, guys. That's not going to ever happen.
Cracker Barrel doesn't fit Boca.
Right. Yeah. So let's say that I work for Cracker Barrel and I just so happen to be doing business in Del Rey. I've got to drive to either Pompano or West Palm.
But why would you be doing business in Del Rey if there's no store there?
You got one in Boynton.
You could be dealing with just investors. There's a lot of different things you could be doing. You could be looking at the prospect of opening one up there.
It's not going to do well. I would tell you don't.
You got one in Stewart. You got one in Deerfield. You got one in Boynton. You got one in West Palm Beach. You got one in Pembroke Pines. So it's not like they're completely sparse.
But you're still talking about a 20 to 25 minute drive one direction to get to the restaurant.
Well, dog, they have cheese casserole. Do you do the casserole?
I think it's a good idea.
And then my question, if the company is paying for gas, what are you going to pay more for? Just getting a dang meal close to you or driving 25 to 30 minutes away to get to one of the restaurants?
Well, they were probably going out to fancy dinners and using the Cracker Barrel company credit card, running up big tabs like $200, $300, $400 and buying alcohol, as you can see by the new policy, no alcohol. So I think they're going to save a lot of money, actually.
And look, I know Cracker Barrel ain't known to be fancy, but you can live large in that place if you have a company card.
Yeah, not a knock on. It's definitely a great place. And Boynton Pete says there is one in Boynton. That's right. There is off of the Woolbright exit. So if you're right there and you're looking, oh my gosh, I'm really hungry for Cracker Barrel right now.
Boynton Pete can't move, I don't think. He has to stay in Boynton.
It's kind of locked in with that name.
Yeah.
Kind of locked in.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
Well, this is kind of cool. We're going to be getting a new stadium here in South Florida. Got a lot of stadiums going on. They got the one for Inter Miami that is going up near MIA that is going to be cracking open its doors in April as we get soccer going back again. And now they've just announced that we're going to get a very nice-looking international polo stadium.
A stadium?
A stadium. You should see this thing. I mean, it looks like a domed, glassed-off kind of stadium. I was like, what the heck? They say it's going to be high-tech, too. They say it's going to be the first modern polo arena of its kind in the U.S. and the most technologically advanced polo arena in the world. They're going to have AI-powered kiosks, robotic bartenders, and advanced fan experiences. And they say the stadium's going to seat 8,000 to 15,000 people.
Wow, that's a big venue.
Yeah, it is when you look at the Kaseya Center and Amerant Bank Arena. I mean, those are maybe 16,000, 18,000 somewhere. So this isn't much smaller than either one of those. And, you know, when they're not doing polo, because that's the one thing, it's you know, pretty much a 3-month to 4-month, 5 tops out of the year. You're going to have 7 months at least. You're going to fill it or need it filled. And they said they're going to do a whole bunch of other stuff for maybe concerts and galas and other programs that might be, you know, based around polo and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's really going to make this area, I mean, if not that it isn't already, but it's going to be a slam dunk. Because I know Cal and some other places are trying to kind of compete and saying, hey, we're going to do some stuff for you guys as well. Maybe you should come here instead of going to Wellington or wherever.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing I do find interesting, they say the exact location has not been announced, but it will not be in Wellington.
Wait. The Wellington Polo Stadium won't be in Wellington?
It's not called a Wellington Polo Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just a polo stadium. But yeah, they don't have the name Wellington attached to it.
Where's it going to be?
They haven't announced. I don't know. I think they're trying to keep that secret. They don't want to announce land deals, blah, 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 and who knows. There's other things that could be happening. Because think about it. When they put that thing up, wouldn't you want to own land right next to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. If I knew right now, I'd be going, hey, let's get some land together.
We can make some phone calls. I can dig around for you if you'd like and try to figure out where this baby's going up.
$300 million are dropping on this thing.
Oh, that's big cash.
And they're aiming to have it open by the end of 2030. is what they're looking at. So, I mean, to put a almost 15,000 seat arena together in that amount of time that's high tech. I mean, I would imagine they're going to be getting on this pretty quick. So I'd say it'd take them a good 3 years probably to put that together.
I don't want to brag, but we know Ryan Beckett, and he knows a lot of Wellington real estate happenings. We'll make a call.
He's got a great relationship, not with only the people, but with the horses in Wellington.
Horses love him.
Yes.
People love him.
Sometimes he has a meeting. I'm going, who you have a meeting? He's like, a couple horses. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hope he closes the deal.
So the plan right now is to do a New Year's 2030 kickoff and then have regular winter polo seasons running January through April, pretty much the way it is now. That's kind of how it's set up. But yeah, the photo of this, I'm like, wow, it looks really nice. Looks very fancy. So kind of some big doings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
we'll
huge.
Bird, what you got on your mind today?
Well, last week I kind of got laughed out of the studio for a concept or a theory that I had, and it was me talking about humans being hybrid with animals. And you're like, oh my gosh, llama man. Remember me talking about llama man?
Goat boy.
All of that stuff.
Man.
And I had two people who are into this world. They really are scientists. And they said, Bird, you're not as crazy as you sound. It is scientifically possible in the future. And it's something, don't be surprised if you see. So zebra woman or... I don't know, Alligator Larry, all of it could be possible.
Alligator Larry?
In the future, don't be surprised if Rocco is going to the prom with an alligator. But also half woman.
Which half?
Well,
who's going to be doing these odd mashups?
I think that's just, well, it's kind of like the same concept of who would clone. Why are people doing that? People are just trying to see what we're able and what we're capable of doing as a species.
We're doing too much.
And people have kind of really protested about cloning humans. That seems to be where we're not going to go. I can't imagine. To me, cloning alligators with humans seems to be a step even above that.
And I agree with you, but what I'm saying is people are going, that's not possible. Scientifically, you can't do that. Don't be surprised if you see it. That's all I'm saying. I've been called crazy a lot in my life.
I'm not ready for alligator girl.
Oh, Crocodile Kara? Yeah.
I'm not ready.
No,
yeah, I'm not sure I'm ever going to be ready. That'd be like when we start getting there, it's like, just give me a heads up. It's probably about time for me to cash out. I don't know if I want to be in that world.
Is that when you finally go, I'm going to the woods with Bird?
Yeah. We decide that's a good idea to start, let's interbreed alligators and humans.
I'm not sure cloning's a great idea. I get weirded out by that too, which is possible.
It's very weird.
I agree. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, today is Tuesday, and we are just 2 weeks away from Fat Tuesday.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I know we always have a lot of KVJ Nationers that end up going to Mardi Gras. I'll be there too. And so if you or anybody you know is going, put it in your calendar on Monday, right before Mardi Gras. It's called Lundy Gras. It's the day right before Mardi Gras. It falls on the 16th this year. We're doing a KVJ meetup, 3 o'clock at the Three-Legged Dog in the French Quarter. First beer's on me.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope 7,500 people show up.
Be impressive.
We had like 40 people one year.
Those add up.
It was a fun crowd.
At minimum, even if it's at the low end, $3 a beer, you're already out.
It's fine. Beer money is money well spent.
Well, I guess as expected, they're saying that the recreational marijuana proposal is dead. That is going to Florida Secretary of State Jbird, who declared a proposed 2026 marijuana legalization ballot measure dead. He said it failed to submit enough valid petition signatures by the deadline. It was the Smart and Safe Florida. The supporters are disputing the claim. They're saying that they submitted more than 1.4 million signatures, well above the 880,000+ required. And they're arguing the declaration is premature because counties have not yet finished validating all signatures due by 5 p.m. on February 1st. And here we are a couple days past that. So state saying, nope, you didn't qualify. They're saying, yeah, some of those signatures you had there, those are bunk, not valid. And so I told you the state didn't want it. They don't want it on the ballot.
They don't.
They got to do procedures to, I guess allow it if the people definitely want it. But they've done everything they can to trip it up. And it looks like the state is finally won. So we will not be seeing recreational marijuana on the ballot in November. So it's never going to happen.
Wow.
Not during this administration, at least.
There'll have to be some changes. Yeah, I mean, I guess I should say never, as in I don't see it in the next decade at least. So
smoke them if you got them, but make sure no one sees you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. Now, there's something else I thought was interesting because it's not really political. I mean, I know there's a lot of protests that go on, and they're typically politically based, but there are some people doing some protesting on Las Olas. 30 of them were out there yesterday because they're talking about removing, if you've seen Las Olas Boulevard right there, they've got those amazing shade trees, the black olive tree that's lining the median right there. And they want to refab the sidewalks and everything. They've done that in a lot of towns. You know, they've done that on Clematis and West Palm Beach. They didn't have any kind of trees that were beautiful going down the middle of the street in the first place. So they said, look, we need a little bit more room. It is kind of cool when they do have more sidewalk space because you've seen in other cities where a lot of those restaurants then can use that space to have, you know, a little al fresco dining.
I love al fresco.
I do too, but what would you rather have? Black olive tree-lined medians, or would you rather have more room to eat? So
I don't like cutting down trees.
Trees are beautiful.
Trees are my jam.
Al fresco, layman's terms, we're talking
dining outside.
That's what that means.
Yeah. You thought it was some guy that works at the racetrack gas station?
At first I thought you were saying Alfredo, and I'm like, oh, I love Alfredo.
anything with Al. It's all good. Now, the city's saying it'll improve walkability, safety, and shade with plans to plant up to 90 new trees, though it won't be in the same place and it won't look the same way. But it could take 8 years or more for the trees to mature into anything that you would deem to be good. Now, critics are saying that, you know, stripping Las Olas of the trees, it really kind of hurts the character and businesses, and it just kind of looks like another generic corridor that we got here in South Florida. It's kind of the one thing that's made it unique.
I agree with that statement. Leave the trees. It makes it unique and beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Now, what they really want is they just want it to be put to a public vote. But the commissioners are like, no, we don't want to do that. We know what's best, and so whatever we say goes.
Why govern for the people? Just tell the people what they want.
Now, there is going to be a meeting tonight at the Broward Center at 6 p.m. So you can go out there and, I guess, say what you want to say. But, yeah, I'm all about, you know, voting, letting people, leaving it up to people, because it is one of those things.
And I'm all about a historic tree. Leave a beautiful tree.
And how long does that line last? Let's say it's going on for 3 hours and you're the person getting ready to talk. They're like, oh, sorry, last one. You're mad, I think, if you don't get a chance
definitely.
to speak. Is there a time limit on that?
Everybody gets 2 minutes or whatever the timer is. They set the timer, too.
So they really have to let everybody talk. If I went up there and I just, for 2 minutes, just would they have to let me beatbox?
I don't know. You want to try it?
I mean, yeah.
Can you make up a tree rap?
Easily. There's so many things that rhyme with tree.
Yeah, I think it depends upon what the what the format is. But, yeah, I love when people go up there. There's always something insane going on. There's a guy dressed as Batman that went up the other day to one of those city council meetings.
But I mean, some people go up there and just sing for 2 minutes, and you're going, all right, are they allowed to just hijack that time?
We had those two guys, was it Chaz and AJ? They actually turned a show into it where they would go and troll all these city commissions.
I
the two burner
love
dudes.
those dudes.
But they at least would kind of go in with a premise of sort where you kind of had to listen to them.
Sure.
Which is different than someone just getting up there and singing.
Yeah, it was pretty entertaining. So could you think of a non-political thing that you would actually go protest? Because I started thinking about it, I'm like, well, I don't know. What is near and dear to my heart? And then it clicked because I was just kind of ranting on this about a week or so ago, and it has to do with Fort Lauderdale again. Them banning the open container laws.
Oh, yes.
Which, again, I said, I understand that, you know, in Himmershey, you know, you had the one shooting, you had the one at Beach Place, but it happened at like 1 a.m. And like I said, I'm a middle-aged dude. At 1 p.m., I want to walk around with a beer in those areas. And I should not, because, you know, younger people can't hold their booze and get all crazy at 1 a.m.
Preach, Mayor Hare.
Shouldn't affect me. I need to go out there and protest. You know, I need to hold a beer in my hand and a sign in the other and be like, look at me. What you going to do about it?
Suck it.
I love it. Mine's going to involve pizza. Protest, pizza. Not sure what I'm even protesting, but we're going to make a movement out of this thing.
You're going to protest pizza?
No, I'm going to protest people who are against pizza.
Oh, okay.
And say, hey, come on, have a bite.
I'd like to see you do that.
Everybody loves pizza.
I think you might be the only one that wants to see that.
I just like to see how people react to it.
Kevin's holding a beer at his protest, but you sound drunk.
I'll be drunk with a slice of pizza. I go, so are you against pizza? Yes.
I'm protesting against people that don't like pizza. Like, it takes you 10 minutes to explain what you're doing.
It's very confusing. Just my game.
And probably the only people that do worse and more unofficial polls than our city governments is the KVJShow. And 88% of people are saying they would not remove the trees on Las Olas in Fort Lauderdale.
Good.
So there you go. So,
keep the charm.
Yes.
Keep the history, especially keep a historic tree.
Mm-hmm.
Trees are beautiful.
That's right. I'm going to join you guys, too, with my open container a little bit later on. We got a lot to protest.
Having an open container is so peaceful standing under a tree.
Yes.
Bring enough for the class.
I can't tell you how many times I've walked down Las Olas with an open container.
It's great.
Don't think you're allowed to there, but I do it anyway.
Yeah, I do too.
What do they say about walking around with an open bottle of whiskey? A little too big, too strong.
Too big, too strong.
Too strong.
Then you just got problems.
Put it in a cup.
Yeah.
You hobo.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, they say there are 4 distinct types of marriages that couples tend to fall into based on how partners connect emotionally and work through life's ups and downs. You've got the soulmates that are partners that share deep emotional intimacy, strong communication, and a sense that they truly get each other. They say these couples often feel like best friends as well as life partners, and they prioritize ongoing connection and growth together.
I mean, to me, that is who you're supposed to marry.
Yes,
That is the
definitely.
only answer I think should be that.
That's a goal.
Yeah, I really agree with you on that. Now, the one thing that I don't get, some of these sound a little similar. Like they say the companions are people whose relationship is built on stability, routine, and friendship more than passion. While they may not be intensely romantic, they do trust each other and they enjoy a comfortable, steady bond that carries them through life's challenges.
Yeah, not everyone on the planet is a carnal werewolf. There are some people that just don't have that. I'm not saying they don't have moments of horniness, but they're not driven by that all the time. And that's a real thing.
They say they're also the conflict avoiders. These are couples who steer clear of confrontation and tension at almost all costs. They keep the peace by not addressing problems directly, which can feel smooth in the short term, but often leaves issues unresolved and simmering under the surface. And that is a problem. They think, okay, if we don't say anything, there's true peace. And then all of a sudden, somebody erupts one day.
Just because the thunderstorm is at your back doesn't mean the thunderstorm's not there.
Right.
And then there's the exact opposite. The fighting forcers. These are marriages defined by frequent arguments, emotional volatility, and recurring clashes. They say these relationships may still be driven by intense feelings, but communication tends to be combative rather than collaborative.
That sounds awful.
Yeah,
it does.
They definitely drink alcohol too, and they fight with each other, and then they have what they would call, oh my gosh, the best makeup. Breakup sex. Oh my gosh.
I get exhausted by those couples. And you see them and you're out with them and you see it coming. And then the crazy thing, you'll see them 2 days later and it's like nothing happened. You're just like, you guys are exhausting.
I can't with you.
I don't know how you would do that marriage.
Like, your passion is making me exhausted.
Now, they say if you can understand which category your relationship most is close to of the ones I just listed, it can be a first step toward working with your partner to strengthen your marriage in ways that match your own needs and challenges. So having an understanding of who we are, how we communicate, what kind of relationship we have is good, because you'd be like, okay, this fits our mold for our marriage.
Also, too, if you're a couple that is always fighting in front of other people, don't. Because you're making everyone around you extremely uncomfortable.
Nobody wants to hear your couples fight. You guys need to go off by yourselves and figure it out and stop fighting in public in front of other people.
At the ale house in front of 20 people because your football team's not winning. And then you bring up another thing he hasn't. Stop.
Yeah. They also talked about some other kind of marriages, too, like ones that are work-based marriage, a ritualistic marriage, a playful marriage, or a communal marriage. And I think it kind of ties into a little bit about what I was saying there, but studying a little bit about how you are in your marriage with your partner and what you have, they say is good to understand, because then you can work through any conflicts you have and be like, this is just the way our marriage is, you know? Yeah, but definitely the soulmate sounds like the best one to go with, if you can achieve it.
Even on a friendship level, I think that having a soulmate is the right move when it comes to your friend circle.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a movie. You got to tell me the year that it was #1 at the box office. Okay, I'm going to have you write down your answers here. Virginia and Jbird, put to the test.
Okay, I borrow a pen.
Oh, Lord. Just spilled my whole entire thing of pen.
I'll pick it up during commercial, don't worry.
First movie I'm going to give you, Titanic. What year was it #1 at the box office for the year? What did you write down, Virginia?
1994.
Jbird, what did you write down?
1998.
The correct answer, 1997.
Every time. It's always off by a year. All right.
Okay, that's just a warm-up right there.
Okay, that doesn't even count, Virginia.
Oh, it counts.
Okay. What do you think about Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest? That might have been the third one.
Okay, thank
might
you.
have been. Yeah. So think about when they started and when they would have gotten to that number. I think that was it. I'll have to double check.
All right, now I got confusion.
Well, I'm just telling you, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. That is the movie. I'll see if I gave you a good clue or not.
Well, sorry for the cue. It's my best Johnny Depp pirate voice, and I know it's not very good.
Okay.
Hello, guys.
That's a Johnny Depp.
It was really bad.
Hey, you know, at least I tried. I went forward and I struck out.
Okay, it's the second film in the franchise, following The Curse of the Black Pearl. Okay, so second one in the franchise. Jbird, what year do you think that was?
I think it was 2007.
Virginia, what do you think?
I wrote 2008.
2006.
Damn it.
I can't even. Every time.
So close, though. You're sniffing all around.
I'm sniffing and I'm doing terrible impersonations on the radio. It's not good for my career.
Okay, let's go with the movie American Sniper. Now, do you remember that movie? Because it was great.
Was that Bradley Coops?
Yeah, it was based off of the true story that had happened of Chris Kyle, who was a U.S. Navy SEAL, who was just considered like the best sniper ever. Like his takeouts were unreal. And then he comes back to America and there was a guy with PTSD that wound up killing him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's an amazing movie and well worth seeing, even though I just spoiled it.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
That's all right. I mean, I think it's an old movie.
Yeah, it was. And I kind of knew the story when I saw it. It still was great. What year am I talking about, Virginia?
Only talking about 2012.
Jbird?
Nah, it's fine when it was made in 2009.
2014.
Okay.
You guys are just warming up, though, right?
Exactly. This is the warm-up round.
We started better. We're just getting worse.
I know. I think it's designed this way.
Let's go back to your era. Let's go to your era.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bring us back to the 80s.
Please take us to the 80s.
3 Men and a Baby. 3 Men and a Baby. Tom Selleck, remember that? Steve Guttenberg, I believe, was in it.
There was a rumor there was a ghost in the movie behind the scenes.
Okay.
There's actually a cutout, I believe, of a Ted Danson.
Okay. I mean, Bird, we've got all these legends from the 80s. You've got ghosts involved.
You know I love Guttenberg.
What was the year, Bird?
I put 87.
What did you write, Virginia?
84.
One of you is correct.
Oh, no.
1987.
Okay. He got one.
Somebody needed to win today.
He did.
Yeah, there you go. 3 Men and a Baby. Take it back to the 80s. He's got it. Coming up here in a minute, we get a bonus little pizza review here today because apparently there are people that are raving about Papa John's pan pizza. And he and his girlfriend have tried it. The question is, did they like it?
You went with a mainstream pizza.
I ordered a lot of pizza yesterday from a lot of different places.
Were you really hungry?
I'm not sure what was going on with me.
You okay?
No. All right.
Now, they're saying apparently this is the pizza that's going to bring Papa John's back.
Oh.
I didn't know it went anywhere, but apparently maybe it's fallen off a bit. So this is the revival pizza that is going to save the franchise.
What is it? Is it a square or round?
Yeah, it was squarish, if I remember. There was so much pizza going on in my life yesterday. I enjoyed it. Me and my girlfriend both enjoyed the way it tasted.
Was it thick?
It was not that thick. It was more thin. So I thought you might like it.
So it's a pan pizza
that's thin?
I think I'm giving a terrible commercial for them. That's how it felt to me.
Okay.
I can take a picture, show it off.
Can you do a thin crust pan pizza?
I mean, I guess you can do a thin crust anything.
Okay.
But usually the pans are like thick ones, and I kind of like it doughy and thick.
I mean, it had that element as well. So it's kind of like I know I keep using this word, hybrid, if you shall.
All right.
And great sauces, too. I enjoyed my experience.
Okay. So how would you rate it? Is one to definitely get?
I would, if you are a person that likes pizza, that does the chain, because I know a lot of people don't like the chain stuff, try it out. Let me know what you think.
Okay.
It's been a minute since you've had Papa John's. You like to go mom and pop.
Yeah, also, too, I don't consider myself a pizza expert. I don't think I know anything or everything about pizza. I just love pizza.
Sure.
And I want to bring people together through pizza, but I do not consider myself a pizza expert by any means.
Meredith wants to know, how many pizzas did you order and from how many places?
3.
Okay. Different styles?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was working on a video and doing something, and it'll drop eventually.
Okay.
It won't be good.
Okay. There's a plan to all this.
Were you feeding a crew, or was it just you?
Me and Honeyface were just trying out some different pizzas.
Nice.
Okay. How much pizza did you have left?
I mean, that's a great question. I think I got at least a quarter a pie per pie.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I got leftovers for today. That makes me very excited.
Okay.
Can't imagine why I had stomach issues earlier.
So you got 3/4 of one whole pizza left. So you guys knocked down a good pizza and a half between the two of you?
Probably not. She didn't. I probably did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She doesn't eat as much as the bird.
Okay. Went for it.
She's not eating like Frank the Tank.
No, like I had that teenage hunger, like I have something to prove.
Well, coming up, we got more KVJ. It is going to be on the After the Show. You can watch it every single weekday live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. And it's also on demand, too. You can watch on Spotify now, and a lot more people are. They're starting to discover that KVJ not only does the After the Show, but the regular show without music and commercials on Spotify every single day.
Nice.
And so, yeah, more and more people are checking that out every single day if that is your platform. And if you're on a platform we're not on, let us know about it. We'll get ourselves there. All right, Bird, before we get there, though, if you would, wrap us up with your thought for the day.
You don't need to feel ready to move forward. You just need to stop agreeing with the voice that says you can't.
You can.
You can.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.